Yeah, what I did. Oh, okay. If they coughing, don't do that. Don't let them spit start you without that.
Spit start you. Ah!
Because, especially, I always say if a cooter need to be spit start, it ain't her, it's you.
Oh.
If her cooter need a spit start, it's not her, it's you. Because if she wants you, that thing, Now, if the spit start got a smell to it, then, that's her. That ain't you. Or it probably was you the last couple times y'all did it and you done knocked stuff out of rotation and now it's smelling like sewage. But I don't know. I don't got now. So
no comment.
I don't know. I don't have one. So I'm just saying.
I don't have one
I'm
of those.
Just saying what the research and stuff told me and what the people say. So about cooters and stuff.
That is a key. Spit start, bitch. I'm gonna use that.
Yes, you. What you doing? Oh, and why you got that much spit in your mouth? That's
okay. It do make you frown up, don't it?
How could you just bring all that up? That's mucus. It's flu season. You ain't got no business letting nobody hawk poo on you. I'm sorry. You ain't got no business letting nobody hawk poo all up in you like that, and it's flu season. No. I don't care. No, ma'am. If the ocean ain't on, you need to make sure and stop putting that stuff. And I know friend Chrissy too, where she be advertising this, and stop putting them chemicals in y'all coochie to make it wet. That is disgusting, and it be slimy. You know your cooter cat bang the cat don't be slimy like that when it's your regular stuff. And if you are having problems with your stuff getting like that, you don't need to be putting no chemical in it to make it do that. Get you a Yanni Steen, get all of get the stuff out of poo.
Penal appendage.
Make no damn sense. Right, just mixing chemicals with chemicals. Ooh, a goddamn chemical plant down there.
It's giving the radiation plant from The Simpsons. When Maggie went in there and she just started growing.
Or when they jumped all that chemical waste in the lake on Family Guy.
And everybody was fucked up.
Meg only had nails. Now that was hilarious. So, word to the wise: if you got a spit started, step back. Go get the stuff. Get you some coconut or get you something natural. It's going in your body. It need to be natural. Coconut oil. And not the coconut oil that's clear, that look like somebody done already cooked it. That's got chemicals in it too. The Johnson & Johnson, that you're in the right direction. We're okay with that, but don't be putting all that up in you like that. A little coconut oil, a little, natural shea little shea butter, maybe, not too much, because then it's gonna start to look like discharge, and you're gonna be scared. My friend, that's not cream. That's secretion.
Okay, it's not truffle butter for all the young men out there who dabble in bussy.
The bussy bandits. Sorry, it's giving band already. first submission.
We just
There was like, excuse me, this how y'all gonna come in?
We gotta say this one. We gotta put this one to the back.
To the back. Because this was the one when they're gonna be like, it's getting canceled.
Girl, fuck it. Oh.
Right, it's the truth. We're not lying.
Okay, we
ain't trying to hurt nobody.
Because it's definitely giving after dark teas anyway.
Right, in the park. After dark in the park, but not the one in Atlanta. I've been to that park and at nighttime, but the stories I've heard, and not by myself, just at the perusing. It was a group of us. We visited Atlanta, and we were on the Beltline, and we were riding the scooters. And my friend was like, "Oh, we're gonna ride through." I forgot the name of the park, Piedmont Park. And we rode through the park, and then after we left, we started hearing about all the dangerous things that happened in Piedmont Park. And I'm just like, "Well, I'm not from Atlanta." They was like, "Duh, that's why it happened." But then after going through the park and seeing some of the spaces. At nighttime, no one should be in these areas of the park anyway. You asking for somebody to come down and ransack, rape, and beat the shit out of you. You're asking for that. You're literally going, hello, take me.
Correct. That's why they say anywhere after 3 o'clock is no good. Being anywhere after 3 p.m., nothing good can come from it.
That is true.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I see what you're
if you
saying.
like out,
Yeah.
drinking,
Doing
partying,
the thing.
carrying on.
Because that's how I remember that boy here. He left brunch and they found him in a lake a couple months ago. I think it was last year, summer of last year. Found him in a lake. He left brunch in the daytime, and a couple days later they found his body in a lake. But child, he was abducted and he was missing organs, as every abducted person is always missing fucking organs that they find. And ain't nobody have no conversation about where the organs went. I don't think that boy went and gave up his organs and was like, this is it for me. There wasn't nothing wrong with them. He was at the party having a good time. It didn't get, and I don't want to hear that functioning depression shit. That's not it. That's not what's happening. Stop lying to yourself. He was very much unpressed. And if he was depressed, it wasn't that bad. He went out and had a good time. Same thing. I don't think we hush, child. I don't want the people coming at us. So early on. I gotta put this on TikTok. I gotta put it up.
Okay, so early in the game.
So early in the game.
Do.
Hey,
God damn it.
can you come with us? No. I ain't say nothing that wasn't true.
Get somebody-
I'm only saying what was said online.
Get somebody else to do it.
Get to somebody else. That is such a true statement. That's so black woman.
So black.
That was so black woman, and I love it.
And unapologetic.
And unapologetic.
Like, no, I'm in here shopping. Get somebody else to do it.
You know, like, I feel like sometimes white people are so forced to be nice when they don't want to, and that's why it be so fake. It be so ungenuine. They think that this is making the world a better place, and I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it because it's making the world a better place. Black women don't be giving. No, I'm not gonna. I don't even know you, girl. I'm trying to. First of all, I am an elderly black woman. I'm trying to remember why the fuck I came in the store. You got the audacity of trying to distract me with a camera.
That's why I love when
I don't
like,
even know how to work the phone.
the little podcast I be doing. Can I ask you a question? The black woman be like, can you back up, please?
Yes.
I'll answer your questions, but can you step back? Thank you. So what you wanted to ask me? That is just so like.
The security of being rebellious of a black woman, like, you know, other people feel, oh, I'm just being nice. It's just being nice. No, that's the problem. That is the problem. It is not. A black man can't run up on a white woman like that.
And just precisely. And just because you're being blunt does not constitute the fact that you're a mean person or you're a bitch. It's just I have boundaries, my love.
Correct. I'm being honest about my space. I'm
Correct.
not being and bluntly. I don't want you in it. I don't even know you. People walking up and disappearing all day, every day, and I'm supposed to be comfortable with a motherfucker I don't know running up to me with what looks like to be a fake microphone. I don't know how this is gonna end, bitch. I don't know. And secondly, you don't know if I got warrants.
Girl, this is my end with me windmilling for my
Right,
life.
for my life, bitch.
By somebody white van, girl. I do not have time for that.
What the fuck?
For my life. Because it's going to be me or you, and I'm going to choose me.
Me always.
Every time.
You already know how I give it, baby. It's me or you, and it's always gonna be me. So
When I say
you better
for my
make
life,
you better make sure this is how you want to go out of here. You better make sure you have got everything off your bucket list. You done did all the things you wanted to do, and everybody that you love knows it. Because after this encounter, they're not gonna see you the way you're gonna see the way that you think you're gonna see them again. It's gonna be them looking over you. Because at this point, you just said you give up down here.
for you to think you're going to come into my space
And just take me.
and try to claim me.
And I've been working so hard to get all the things I need to get done in life and to get to this space for a bitch to try to take me out.
Literally claim me as if I'm a piece of fucking property.
You think you finna just walk off here with me? Oh no, ma'am.
To the death.
I done got to the space where I can do it now, and you think you finna just walk away with me? I don't think so.
My friend said, fuck around and what?
Find out. That is the day you're gonna realize that you should have found another career choice. That your life mattered.
Because kidnapping ain't it.
Because if you do survive, you're gonna be telling people how you got your ass beat. And I mean beat.
You're going to fuck around and write a book.
You're gonna really be like, what made you change your life? I got the shit beat out of me on the side of a van in an alley. And I knew from that point on, this wasn't life for me. When I tell you, like, it made no sense. I've never been impaled by a scooter before. How he managed to get a brick loose off the ground out of the cemented road is still a mystery to me. I've never seen someone break a branch off of a tree so quickly and so swiftly. I didn't think that a person could slam someone's head in the door 17 times in a matter of a minute.
I miss
All because you couldn't find a better way to do stuff.
Yeah, like when you think about that as well, that's when you also know there are different types of evil that operate in this realm as well.
Absolutely.
Because it's like for you to even think that that's okay, for you to even commit murder, all of those things, it's like you are just so gone on the end of the spectrum that you are just you've chosen a side.
You've chosen a side, and what's so crazy about it is people always say it's psychiatric. No, that is a made decision. When you do stuff like that, we always think that they just had enough. No, bitch, that's most murderers be calm. They don't be frantically going crazy. Oh, I'm killing people. I would think that person has lost it.
Because when you think about
killing somebody, that's thought process.
I hate the word successful when using the word murder, but when you think about serial killers,
that
serial as in multiple.
And like when you've gotten past the number of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
you've made a decision.
And what's so gross about it is it's clues out there and they can't find the person that's doing it, but people still going missing. Something ain't right. Ain't no damn. That ain't no psychopath. That is hell. That bitch had the best grades in school. They always say that the shooters and people. Oh well, he was such a great person. Okay. For a person to mass murder, get a gun, there was no psychiatric problems going on. That's some well thought out shit.
It goes beyond
because
that.
If you finna steal a piece of candy and you have a mental breakdown in the inside of your head, you are not a murderer. But if you take that candy and put it in your pocket and walk out of the store with no problem, you might be a murderer. So all y'all boosting ass people, I think you might
have to watch.
I think you bitches might be killers too. For you to put all that shit in your stuff and run out of a goddamn store, you don't give a fuck.
Because I'm not gonna tell y'all, in my old age, y'all, this was probably about a couple months ago, I stole a banana. It ate me alive.
Didn't you not eat it and threw it away?
It ate me alive. Ate the banana though.
Okay.
I definitely ate the banana.
Okay, I thought you threw it away.
No, but from Walmart. I'm not ashamed. It was a moment. I was having a moment, girl. I'm adult enough to admit that. But
I just don't feel like that was stealing.
There are spectrums to this as well because a lot of this shit is ours anyway.
I'm gonna say, girl, that's food. That should be free anyway. Food should not be something you have
Precisely.
to buy. I'm sorry.
But
I'm so sorry.
I
get it for the sake of conversation. And for the sake of y'all ignorant ass people that's gonna be in the comments. I get it.
And carrying on.
Even though we don't care. I'll give
it ate me up.
But
it ate me alive. So that's how I know I've made a decision, girl.
In this age, stealing is not just at any age for me. If I can't get it, girl, I don't need it. I just don't want to deal with the get. It just be my luck. So I'm not gonna do it.
It's very much just my luck.
It's just my luck. I am doing 20 years for a fucking piece of candy or something. I eat candy. I don't even eat it. I got a 10-year bid because I took something so small and minute.
Because that's the thing, and that's another thing, when you're a light worker,
yes,
and when you are star-seeded and you are so rooted in your spirituality and in these gifts, when you make decisions like that, fuck around and find out. And they show us. No.
Now you're embarrassed. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Let me put that down.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it for me. Like, stealing is just not worth it. And not even even the satisfaction of having it, because I always believe how quickly you get something is how quickly it goes away.
Precisely.
So, especially when you take it. Like
the PPP loans.
The PPP loans and all that card cracking, that money be gone. That's why you keep doing it. That's why you got to keep doing it. That bank shit, that's why you got to keep doing it, because
asking
it's gone.
People what their Cash App tag is.
All of that is gone. It's quick. The quickest way you get it is the quickest way it's going to go, because that's not the way you're supposed to get it. It has nothing, and all the stuff that you got with it is going to be gone at some point too. And you're gonna be like, I went through all of that. I literally put my life on the line for something that's gone. I put my freedom on the line for something that's gone. No, girl, I'm just not that. No,
that's temporary.
I always say people that that have that mindset to steal like that.
Now, I need it now. That instant gratification. Instant gratification will forever have you in a bind.
And then when you get to a space where instant gratification doesn't do anything for you, you don't want it. You understand that. Okay, that's why you're not comfortable, because it's never ready, because it's like, girl, I got to take more time to get this together, because it's not going to be what I need it to be. I don't want if you look at social media and some people that are posting, they want to get the 1K likes on every single thing, every single day that they post it. But you start to see the repetitiveness in their posting. It's like, girl, we get it. You're a trainer. You did the same workout over there, and you did this workout with him on his page. What is different about you as a trainer? What is and why? And maybe you're just inspiring. I get it.
Yeah.
But where is the individuality in it? And for the workout people, I get it. That's what they want to see. But for us who don't work out and want to, like, I don't get it. Maybe it's for anybody, but it's not for everybody. I'll say that.
Yeah, the same way like we do things and it's not for everybody.
I'll say that. Maybe that's just why. I'm like, damn, okay, I'll see it, but I also think that fitness is the easiest thing to do. I don't want to say easy. I take that whole conversation, that statement back. It's easier. I don't know how to say that, so I won't say it.
You know, I think I
Yes.
kind of feel. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
From my perspective.
Yes, from your
I feel like you're saying fitness is easy to garner an audience for because a lot of fitness is rooted in sexual attraction.
Absolutely. That's exactly how I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to say it the way I was going to say it. It was going to.
And I'm not
really,
insinuating that every fitness person is
sexual.
sexual. You know,
It's just that fitness is sex sales. They know that.
Sex sells. If
Small
if
shorts,
you're a beautiful
all of that.
man, you
And
have a
I'm
shirt
buying
off.
it on my social medias just so you know.
It is.
So I want you to know
And
that
every
I just
time-
had to follow unfollow 65 accounts of just sexy people,
Just
simply because
pretty
it was
people.
just in the way. I got
Just because his
scrolling.
thighs out and he's shaking them and he occasionally shake his hips. Yes, I follow him.
I follow that thigh shaking stuff with the nice calves, and I'm a legs person.
Case in point.
Lord, ooh,
They got us.
yeah.
And that's the point.
Case in point.
That's the
I've
point.
been straight, and I was like, okay, you can't just be, and I can and I will, but I don't do it all the time anymore like I used to because it's like, dang, they fine. Then I realize I'm scrolling down my timeline and my algorithm is shirtless people and thighs out and I am pumping, and girl, that's not what I want
Like
to
you
see.
said, it's working for them, but how is this working for me?
Me.
How
So then
how is this what I'm consuming?
And imagine
bettering
going through your following, trying to unfollow people, but having the biggest dilemma. But dang, but they look so good. I don't want to not follow them. It's rooted in sexual tension, or in
sexual attraction, or
and for me, like I'll see a
Physical
person,
attraction.
the physical attraction, because I can physically be attracted to you and not want to have any kind of sex with you.
yeah,
I'm
because
so
physical attraction is a thing.
picky. Like you eat meat, so I don't even want to sleep with you because you eat meat. So it's like for me, it's
Yeah.
different. That's why it's not everything. My friend was like, "So you don't find them like you wouldn't sleep with them?" No, ew.
And that also boils down to preference as well, because
Yeah.
you can be the most attractive thing, but if I see that you run to church every Sunday, I'm disinterested.
I'm disinterested in your
Immediately.
mindset, girl. Don't tell me nothing. And if I see that you got a Bible scripture in your bio, I don't want to
I'm
talk to you.
instantly disinterested.
I'm
That's
disinterested
very
at
true.
the point. We don't follow the same things. And if you a Christian or whatever the case may be, like I said, this may not be the space for you to sit and ponder, but you will learn something. I promise that.
Try to sit that on. You try to sit that on there. Or it's gonna fall.
It be falling. Let's see.
Give it a go.
Give it
Yeah.
a slight. Yes, girl, because the feeling in my fingers just relieved.
It was given.
Now she just said, "Fuck y'all."
I feel like that don't even have nothing. I feel like that was not even like.
It's the weight in it. It's because it's a balance. This has a balance on it, so it's balanced.
It slightly brings it down. Okay.
So what this does is it throws off the weight on it, but it works, and I like it. Girl, and the light said, "Fuck you." But it's okay. We'll upgrade. Shout out to Divas in Dialogue for this ring light.
Okay, because it's ring lighting.
It's ring
and
lighting.
it's just the smallest little thing,
And
but
just
it's
the
so
smallest little
bright.
light, and it's so bright. It has like 4 settings of brightness.
Yeah.
You know, people that dabble in pageantry bought this light because
You know the dolls
you
set
know,
it up.
You know the girls got this light because they gotta have a good light.
You hear me? And
They gotta
did
have
that.
a good light to showcase their beauty. So very much that. Shout out to these women because they are so great for this, and it was free. It was free. They gave it to the people.
Okay.
They shared a gift of light with the people, and for that we thank them. We're thankful for that.
Very.
We are thankful for that. This is so crazy. I would never imagine doing this outside in the park, and it's so cozy and comfortable.
It is cozy. Cozy.
Shout out to T.S. Madison for that, because she brought that song to life. And that is my favorite song on the album. That was the first song I heard on the album. Because as I was opening the link to the album, yes, we heard the album before it released, so what?
We still love you, B.
We still love you, B. And we bought stuff, so leave us alone.
Yeah, don't do us like that, babe.
We bought stuff, so we wanted it.
It was the way we just had to get in there. But quiet is kept. We know what you did.
We showed you.
And it's okay, because that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. We respect it. That's why we got it.
That's why we listen to it.
That's exactly why we listen to it.
Because we know that you released that. You released it prematurely, girl.
You did, and you did it on purpose.
You did.
You did it on purpose. We get it. We know.
But we don't mind because you can do that.
Everybody else, they have to tell us when the album's coming out. They have to
They
amp us
tell
up
us.
about it. They have to release stuff early. so
Almost
that
a
we
year
can
in
get-
advance.
We got it 6 months before. You told us that Renaissance was coming, and we didn't know what was
Pins
going on.
and needles. And we still have 2 more acts to go, so we really don't know how to act out here in these groups.
Right, and we feel like it's the 4th act, and you're just gonna give it to us at the last minute. So at that point, we're just prepared with the that machine that you go to make the heart. What is it called?
Ooh.
It's on the tip of my tongue. You know what I'm talking about. That
Clear.
clear, because now we're trying to find money to go on tour, and because we're going to Europe. We're going to see you in Europe, and we know it's European tour, and we're going.
Yeah, because you cut up overseas.
And from my research, it's actually cheaper to see you over there than it is to see you here.
Only thing we'll be spending bank on is the flight ticket.
Absolutely.
We're going to make it happen.
And we're going to figure something out like that.
You know how incredible it would be to see her overseas?
Oh my God. It's going to be, not would be, because we're definitely doing it.
I heard that.
We're definitely doing it.
I heard that.
I want to. And I want to go to another country, and I want to say, I saw Beyonce in Belgium, or I saw Beyonce in Germany. I saw Beyonce in London. I saw Beyonce in Paris.
Yeah.
Why not? I've already seen her in America. That's next.
That's fab.
I've seen her so much time as in America. It's crazy. And it's this album, this tour, this music that I want to see over
and
there.
if not I'm gonna say if not, but second to none, Texas.
Yeah, of
we
course.
have to see her.
Or in New York. So in America, I love to see Beyonce in Texas, New York, and California. Because those is where she does her biggest shows. Her closeout concert is normally in New York at the Met. Or she does, and Texas is where you see the whole change up of everything of that leg of the tour. And that's home, so she always does a great job. So I would love to see Beyonce in Texas again.
Yeah.
I saw.
I want to see her there for the first time. I have to experience that.
I saw, what was that? Formation? Was it Formation? I saw her 3 times for Formation. I saw her in Atlanta, I saw her in Texas, and I saw her in California. Because I don't know what it is about them states, but they get the good.
They get the juice.
I was going to try to do Mrs. Carter too. I didn't really care for because I didn't really care to see Jay-Z sets, but they were good. He did really good. They did so well together. I love how they gelled the music. It's so artistic. It's just artistic genius. I don't care anything about their personal lives. It was that artistic measures that they took into that concert. And most people will put on a bikini bottom and a sparkle bra and some heels and a stupid ass lace front and step out on stage and just do their thing like that. And I get it. But when people artistically put something, those concerts are for artistically drawn people, because that's the only way you're gonna get it. That's how you're gonna get it.
That's it.
Everybody else, I get it. I mean, I would love, but then you got to listen to the music and go, well, what about that can you make artistic?
I've been 2-piece, sparkle set, bodysuit, glittered out, stretch bodysuit,
Long boot
sparkle boot,
to death,
out,
long
to
ponytail,
death.
Multicolored lace wig to death. I don't want to
Rapping,
see it
singing
no
over the track.
more. Tired.
No real instruments playing.
BBL down to the ankles to the pack that you need to be escorted on the stage, and you can't really move around because you're not really, you're so winded. And this is no shade, but honey, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I get it.
That just made me tired. No shade. Listen.
It's very low vibrational. I don't hate because I don't use that word, but I honestly have to say that it's just low vibrational. And yes, every now and then a good wiggle wobble is okay.
Never
and
above
good.
it.
Never above
Because
that.
if you know me,
Most of the time, there's going to be a wiggle wobble in there somewhere. But I just wanted to go back to artistic measures. Queen Latifah, a complete amazing example of a female rap artist. MC Light, all these women. Free, Missy Elliott. Oh my God.
Missy misdemeanor.
Woo.
Yeah. An experience.
We never had to. This Missy Elliott was in an inflatable bodysuit
Trendsetter.
with a 27-piece ocean wave, and it was iconic. Missy Elliott, Little Kim, Left Eye, all these other women got together and did Ladies Night, and that track transcends till this day. That was unity. That was beautiful. Imagine
If we can get that now.
Nicki Minaj, Little Kim, and all those women. They redo that and they bring in Nicki Minaj, Young Miami. Well, not Young Miami. Well, she could be there because she's gonna be with what's her name?
With JT.
With
by
JT, but I
default.
won't. I would just rather Young Miami just be there and just say she could say a little something, something to blend in. But the actual lyrical part needs to be done by JT. No shade, Young Miami. I'm pretty sure you're a great person in person, but girl, it gets a little hooked on phonics when you go to rapping.
Very Cardi B-esque.
So I would love to see those women get together and bring back that classic, since we like to remake every fucking thing, and bring that classic back. And like it's like the
Of
girls
everybody just rapping. And we can
and it's a vibe.
we
Ladies
can
night,
rest how good your coochie is too. We can lay that to
we
rest.
can lay that to rest because we don't need to know if it's that good, because you could be lying. Honestly, it could
Yeah.
really be trash. It could be
Basura.
like just be really swamp garbage. We
wouldn't know.
That's great. The only people that need to know about your good coochie is the people that is consuming it,
actively in it.
and not because of who you are, but because it's good. Because that's another thing. You could just people don't want your coochie because it's good. They want it because it's accessible. That's a thing. Penis too. There's a difference between being desired and just being it's like being one of the jelly beans in that multicolored, pack. I forgot. It's this really good jelly bean. They have them at Disney World. I used to get them all the time when I ate candy, and it's just nothing but pork, but the gelatin. But they have so many good flavors, or they have so many different flavors, and only like a handful of them are good. So that's how I think men view coochie. And that's how people view dick. It's true. It's an explorative thing. I don't know why people be making it seem like, oh, I'm just that bomb. No, people just wanted to see what it was about.
True. Everybody got good dick and good coochie.
To somebody, because to somebody it's good.
True.
Honestly and truly. Somebody has gotten a great experience, and you will go down as a 5-star rating in their book of pleasure.
An easy revisit.
And probably won't ever come back. I've done that before, plenty of times.
Yeah.
Certain things are just so good you don't need to.
You don't want to experience it for a second time. That's
I
very
don't.
true, because you don't want to ruin the experience. I've done that before.
I'll be honest, I've only watched the first Black Panther once. And I have no desire to watch it again.
Yeah, that's how certain
I don't have a desire
yeah.
to watch Black Panther 2 again. It was great. I loved it, but I don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
I won't click, and it's right, and even though it's on, I won't click on it to watch it again. Certain movies I just don't want to watch again. And it has nothing to do with, race or anything like that. It's just I don't desire to. There's certain movies that I've seen, that's great. I don't want to watch it again.
Again. Yeah.
Now, if it's on and I'm somewhere and that's what's playing, then yeah, but me to like click on it and watch it, no.
Yeah.
And I also, it's the capacity of when I saw it, or how I saw it. Like, I love the Doctor Strange in the multiverse and all that other stuff. I don't want to watch it again because I saw it in 40X and it was an experience. I'm not going to have that experience when I watch it again, so it's going to be ruined to me. But it was a great movie. Sorry, I'm weird like that, but whatever. I'm not sorry because I'm not apologizing for how I enjoy things. But yeah.
I felt that. I definitely felt that.
So it's experiences that I've had before that I don't want to have again.
Have
And it was
again.
good. It was good. People are like, what's wrong? Did I do something wrong? No, it's it. This is not a forever thing. Like,
That is some real shit. Oh my God. You definitely said that.
no, I don't want to do it no more.
Because I feel like when it's not just to make it about sex, but even having conversations with and like, I don't know, like meeting certain people, it's like, in regards to relationships.
Absolutely.
Like I can cuddle with someone, talk, watch a movie, and for that moment, that'll be good enough for me.
Absolutely.
And I won't ever want to go back and do it
and
again.
never want to go and see them
Anymore.
Done that before, and sometimes it's just the energy vibe. It's like, well, I'm already here, so I'm not gonna just like leave because it doesn't give that. But there's been times where I've gone somewhere and hung out with somebody and be like, oh, well, this is it. All right, see you later.
True.
Bye. And sometimes it was mutual.
It's such a mutual thing.
A mutual thing of and no hey, how you doing? That's it.
Yeah, we.
I won't even tell nobody we chill before. Or
We fool la
hung
la,
out.
we ah, and then that's it.
Like,
Very true.
ugh, no. And then there's the experiences where you're just like, girl, I don't even look that way. Like,
The experiences, I've been having
But
less and less of those. Thank God.
but I won't tell nobody how bad how like, not even like that we did something, but like why we didn't do anything or why, like, I went over your house and girl, it gave bad hygiene and like,
Yeah, like
I
little
went to use
things
the
like
bathroom and I saw something on the counter that rubbed me the wrong way. No, ma'am, I ain't doing it. Oh no, I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. I am the most pickiest person when it comes to sexual encounters that I will go months and months and months and months and months without having sex. Because my body matters so much to me over a sexual experience. I'm so sorry. I am
True.
so particular. I look the way people be, especially the more I have become so holistic and I've learned so much about the body and like how things are carried and how unhealthy people are and
just
in
energy
general and
transfer
energy.
and-
Absolutely. Number one, I am so good on a lot of that. Like I look at sex so completely different. I remember when I was younger, I
I'm
used to
still
always
a whore. The universe is working on me.
I'm just like, no. And people are like, oh, are you not? I had somebody say, oh, are you not sexually interested in me? And I said no. And they was like, why not? Like, I mean, that's great, but it's certain things you have displayed to me that I don't find
Fitting
fitting.
for you to enter into me.
We've hung out 3 times and your tongue has been coated white each time. No, thank you. I'm not kissing you.
Yeah, you don't drink water.
That's bad. Your pancreas and all that other stuff is clogged,
You
baby.
woke up in the morning and drank soda.
So you're holding some kind of bacteria in that tummy. I don't want that. Whatever you secrete out of your body, all that stuff is in there. I don't want that. You smoking this, or you when we have a conversation, you ask me, do I try these drugs? And you telling me you tried these drugs. I'm not judging you, but I know for a fact we're not having sex. I don't want none of that shit. It's in your sperm. I don't want none of that. And when I do it, baby, I like to have a good time. Let's talk about it. I like to get indulged in the things. No, I'm grown, so judge a mammy in her wig. Yes. I like to have a good time, so I can't just do that with anybody. If I see you, I look at the food that you consume on a daily basis, and all of it's just pure shit. That's what you entail in your DNA. I don't want that.
Very true. Very true.
No, ma'am. I don't care what you on. Prep, step, cartwheel, backhand flip, none of that. I don't care about none of that because you still unhealthy with the eating that you on. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't care what you on. You could be on dialysis, bitch. I don't want it. Not dialysis. I take that back. That's for kidney failure. I don't want none of that in me, on me or around me. Like, people really don't understand. Like, there is this thing about, like people getting such a kick out of messing with trade or all of that. But you have to remember that, especially when people are sexually active with whatever they like, they're in and out of people cootie cats, just raw and uncovered.
See, that's another thing. I let that go a long time ago. I think I let that go after my first 2 encounters with trade boys in high school. They don't even be clean. Let's
and they
talk
be
about that.
jumping in and out of cootie cats. And unclean cootie cats are designed to carry. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that ladies are dirty, but and a lot of y'all women do not have the best hygiene when it comes to that cootie cat, monkey cat. I'm sorry. Y'all be thinking these boys like y'all and love y'all, and y'all be so in lust and in love, as y'all say. Y'all just be letting them boys slide all up inside of y'all. And 2 hours ago, he was all up inside of your friend, cousin, and somebody you really think is your best friend, and he done brought whatever what was in her and mixed it in with you, and now they don't be. And I know that Weeda Waka ain't touched no rag, and if it did, they probably just slid across. You know, boys like they wash from the neck all the way down to the foot one good time with the water and let it get run off. Boys like that, they don't get in there and touch themselves with that rag because that's gay.
It's gay. Yeah, they don't wash the crack of their ass.
Or nothing. So all that stuff
that's, how they say that's zesty.
That's zesty. So that booty crack heat be sliding up through them balls and all that just it's think about it. Just no. Absolutely
it
not.
was me looking at you while you was caring about them girls and
it is that's true. That is true. That is so true. That is so true. Y'all be walking around here smelling like eggs, and y'all don't take care of that. Like I'm not saying it's every woman. So if you get mad, remember that's your cognitive dissonances and your body telling the truth. If you upset, if you know your Crash Bandicoot is clean, you don't have nothing to worry about, and there's nothing.
Your Bandersnatch, how they say in Alice in Wonderland.
Your Bandersnatch is snatched. You ain't got nothing to worry about. This ain't for you. And please don't get in here talking about you disrespecting women. I'm not. I'm disrespecting. I'm not disrespecting anything. I'm speaking on
hygienic.
On hygienic things.
Like issues.
Like I said.
Not issues, just hygienic shit.
If your Crash Bandicoot is clean, you don't got nothing to worry about. This ain't for you. You knew you smelled like eggs when you peed. And you done went over to that boy's house and you done sprayed some goddamn Summer's Eve on it like that is not deodorant. That is not a bath. You done sprayed that goddamn spray on your stuff to hide and mask that scent. And friend done went down their head first. And you know, talking to some of my homeboys and them telling me about, man, I hit that and she had a little smell. And you still did it?
I've definitely heard that before.
It had a smell to it, dog. And I'm like, and you still did it? Do you eat food that got a smell to it? So why would you eat a Cuda Cat or be in a Cuda Cat that got a smell to it?
I'm not going to say that because that's just a little bit too graphic, but I'm going to just say it in moderation. It's almost like giving someone fellatio.
Absolutely.
And they have foreskin that's not as clean.
That's clean, and you pull it back, and there's cottage cheese and like and stuff around the the space. That's actually gross, and that's just as bad as eating a bad Cuda Cat. Or if you know them balls stink. Like, you know them balls and you ain't washed them and put them in the water just because you ain't got no skin don't mean it's clean. Actually, the foreskin was there as a protection. That's why you have it. You didn't get birthed out because it came off of something. You have foreskin at birth for protection of the penis. You just have to clean it. So we ain't gonna get into why they've been cutting your foreskin, but whatever. I'm gonna let you research that on your own.
Yeah, that's
another time. We don't got enough phone battery for that. But that's the thing. It don't be clean just because it ain't got no foreskin on it. And you done been out there shooting hoops, and you know you done dived in 4-5 coochies in one day, and you've been and ain't washed it.
Oh, it's making me queasy. Stop.
Ugh. And you telling me about how it was stinking? You done swimmed in it? Nah, I feel like you tainted.
Oh.
You didn't tell me that. I don't want none of that mess. You done dove in an old cesspool or whatever, and you talking about it was stank too, and you swam in it. That's like saying, you know, this milk spoiled, but I'm gonna drink it. Oh, her stuff was stank. How you know? You was in there.
All of that.
You can't talk about her stank Cuda Cat when you beat it up. How you do that? That don't make no damn sense. Ugh. But just run some water down there, or go sit on top of that pot with the steam in it, and get that thing right. Because that's actually very healthy and very good for you. If you know you're using it, at least take care of it. If that's if it's a means of financial gain for you, you gotta take care of it.
Take care of it.
You gotta take care of it. Sit on that steam pot, girl. Give it a rest, anything like working out, you gotta have a rest day. If you use Cuda Cat as a means of, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, however you do it, if you know that's a means of payment for you, you need to make sure your form of payment is good. It's well taken care of. We're not judging nobody, however you do you is how you do you. We ain't paying none of your bills. So Correct. If you're using that, your Crash Bandicoot as a means of payment, you just need to make sure you're taking care of it if that's your money maker. Just like if you're a dancer, you got to be in the best shape. If you are how do I say this? Because I don't like using terms like prostitute, escort. That's not. I don't like using that. If you are a working girl, I'll say that because that's work. If you are a working girl in any of the form, you need to make sure you are taking care of your assets. Keep them clean and give them a break. You know?
Yeah, because I sure be having to give mine a break. I sure be having to like re-up and come back and circle around.
I just can't. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe I'm just up there in age, girl.
I'm just playing.
I just can't.
I'm just joking.
Do not do that. She just as picky as I am. I don't know why y'all don't sit here and think that this bitch be spreading it wide and laying it low. Cause she get aggravated by the smallest thing and be like, I'm done.
Okay.
So don't let it fool you. It's a lie. It's a lie.
You know that's already the narrative that a lot of people and a lot of, you know, that's already the story. So I just feed into it. Whatever.
So it's like, no, it don't even give that. I'm sorry. And I'm not just saying it because that's my friend. Because if it was my friend, I'd be like, we friends. I gotta tell the truth, friend. I'm sorry. I love you still.
Okay.
But y'all ain't gonna judge my friend. Okay. Because some of y'all doing it for free.
Hello.
A lot of y'all are actually doing it for free. And you know, hey, whatever. It's yours. Like I said, it's your crest. As long as you're keeping that thing clean, it's yours. You do whatever it's not just to make babies. I don't know why. Don't let the church folk lie to you and say that that's what your Crash Bandicoot's for. It's a sex organ. You know.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
That's another thing. It's okay to be sexually liberated.
Yes.
It's okay to feel, for the sake of the conversation, feel your beat and feel his meat. It's okay.
Absolutely.
Do that. Live your life.
Feel good. And that living in guilt and shame after it. You know what's so funny is we've been told our entire life gotta wait to be grown to have sex. And then you get grown and now y'all around here sneaking to have sex.
But the entire truth about that is our entire childhood is us discovering sex.
Absolutely. That is what you do your entire but people don't want to tell the truth about that. They don't want to tell the truth about all the things they just did as a child sexually, from experimenting with the opposite sex or experimenting with the same sex.
Cousins.
You did that, cousin.
All of that. It's true.
But
you know, but people don't be ready to hear certain things. Everybody be so high and mighty and operating from ego.
Ego versus the truth. The
truth, yeah, because that's a real thing.
So that's a thing.
So it's like there is no shame in.
And the thing about it, the families know
sex.
about it. The families do be knowing about things that happen that are like sexual, and they say, well, we swept that under the rug, and it's like, well, we don't want to tell the truth about it because we don't want people to know that we had these experiences or these things have happened to us, because then we're going to be judged by these people who mean nothing, who've probably done 10 times worse.
Correct.
You know, and we're not talking about rape and molestation. That's just wrong, nasty, and filthy. And you know, they need to be, you know, handled accordingly. That's not what we're speaking about in this form. So
we're speaking in terms of exploration.
Exploration of
and
sex.
There's only so much that sex ed can teach us. Because even being exposed to sex ed, we start to understand certain things. Okay, I have this organ. If you're a heterosexual person or a heterosexual child growing up in your being, you understand, I'm a male, I have this organ. She's a female. That is literally an insert hole.
Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. If you watch the Kindergarten Cop show.
Right. At some point, you're going to start to wonder, how am I supposed to use this?
Like, what does it do?
For?
Why I keep getting hard?
Correct.
Studied answers.
And then it creates
a mystery. And then it also a mystery creates an urge of, and what makes people do stuff more is when they're told that they can't, with no reasoning. So now you're like, oh, now I really got to say, because if it's bad, if they saying don't do it, and they're telling me, well, why y'all be doing it?
That is the true root of rebellion. And then also growing up...
And then you see porn, and it's like, bingo!
I was just about to say that. Also growing up in households where porn becomes accessible to you. Also growing up in households where you hear your mother and father engaged in the act. And you're trying to understand, well, what is that? What is happening? What is that called?
You know, I never thought my parents did it. Because I guess they were so good at hiding it from us.
For sure.
I never thought they did. I thought that was like, you know, they don't do it.
Or
they did it when we went home, or when they used to go out or go off on their vacations. They would probably do it. But I never thought my parents did it. Growing up as a child, I never thought
that's not everybody's experience.
Of course.
If you live in a small home.
A small home. Yeah. Or you live in a large home, especially if a bunch of y'all, because obviously they are doing it.
Correct, especially if you can hear it, which is my point.
Yeah, if you can hear it.
Because if I'm in my room and it's late night and I hear knocking on the wall and I hear,
it's like,
What is that? I'm curious. I want to know what's happening. What is that?
And we see all the videos of the kids talking about what they heard in the room, and we laugh at that.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like, that's exposure to sex.
To sex. Precisely.
And people say, oh, the kids, but it's natural. It's not like you can't, they can't do it. There's knowing about something. Like, I grew up in a space of people say, oh, I couldn't listen to that kind of music growing up. We could hear that kind of music, but we better be caught singing it, because that music is still going to exist. And when you get, even though you get old enough to hear it, oh, I can listen to a song saying this. I could hear that, or we could see certain things on TV, but we dare not repeat it or do it.
Correct.
No, there's a difference of being exposed to something, because exposing something does not negate that it's going to harm them, especially when you understand what it is. You get exposed to fire, and you know that if you touch it, you're going to get burned. So what do you do your entire life? You avoid fire, because you know why you shouldn't touch it. Just like when your mama tell you not to touch the stove because you didn't believe that it was on fire, because your only view of fire was a flame, you touch that fucking stove, and now your hands smelling like flesh.
After she's told you it's hot.
And not only is your hand burnt, but now your face stinging because you done popped your ass because you done touched it. Now you run around with a hot hand and a popped face. The fucking sin.
A double fucking whammy.
That is the example of karma literally happening. You know, got popped and your burnt hand. Imagine that. Imagine having, oh my God, I remember the first time I touched the stove, and like my hand, and my mama, she was like, did you touch the stove? And I remember looking at my hand and seeing like the flesh burnt. And my mama just went, pop. Like, I'm in pain, and she done popped my ass. I done got popped for touching the stove. I remember we lived in Tallahassee, and I remember it was the first time we lived in, I don't want to call it a mobile home, but it was in Tallahassee in this place called Woodville. It was more mobile home-ish, but it was different. We lived on a big piece of land, and there was a lake in the back, and there was a big elevator back there, and it had ate somebody's dog. But I remember that that was but that was a memory. I remember the first time I ever touched a stove. I remember that till this day. In my 33-year-old body, I remember touching that stove and the consequences. And I remember putting my hand in water, and in cold water, that was the only thing that was soothing. And every time I took it out of the water, it would start burning so bad. And I slept with my hand in a cup of water. And I think I also peed in the bed.
It was a whole fucking experience.
Now, mind you, I never peed in the bed ever in my life, ever. I was unfortunate to know how to get my ass up and go pee. One thing about me, when I was little, I was going to go pee. I'm getting up and I'm going to pee. And right after I peed, when I was little, I would go get in my big sister bed. It was like a ritual. I'm going to pee and I'm going to go get in the bed with her. I don't know what it was. I would just go climb right in the bed with her. And she would scoot over and let me get right in the bed with her. Then I'd wake up in the bed by myself, because she was in I think middle or high school at that point, and school started at ass crack dawn, so she was gone. Okay. Oh my God, I remember that. That was crazy. Sorry, that was a moment, y'all. We had a little introduction into one of my childhood traumas of not listening. That was a prime example of not listening. Oh, wow. That was a prime fucking example of what happens when you do not listen.
That's a fool.
Instantly it happened. The karma came instant. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And the whole time you're in pain, you're like, why didn't I just not touch the stove? And you want to be able to time travel and go back and not touch the stove. But you can't.
Oh my God, that used to be me in school. Damn, I wish I would have just been quiet when the teacher told me to.
I would be in the principal's office, and I'm gonna get an ass whooping.
No, me, I don't get it until after I'm at home already ass whooped on punishment.
I'm like, dang, now I'm dreading the ass whooping. Now I'm dreading the consequences of not being able to go outside today because I got a whooping because I got a phone call. Or sometimes it didn't have an ass whooping. I just got a stern talking to. Sometimes, depending on the severity of it. But if it was like a referral or something like that, I could plead my case.
I got an ass whooping every time. I was unruly.
The ass whoopings came when it was just like, whoa.
Mm-mm.
Now, they handed me the phone while I was in school, and my mama told me, do I need to come up there? And you better sit your behind down and act like you got some sense. Those I was perfectly okay with, because it was like, okay, let me behind, because baby, if this goes any further, I don't want the consequences.
I will be ass whooped at the school.
I would be ass whooped, and I would be in the house all week. And outside was fun as a child. I grew
It
up with going out
was.
the door. I was an out the door kid.
Outside being
Being
taken
in the
away
house,
from you
oh,
hurt.
that was worse than a whooping.
That
I would
hurt.
prefer to get an ass whooping
'Cause
than to
you-
be told you can't go out the door.
I used to appreciate the ass whooping. Now go your ass out the door. Okay.
I done got whooped, but I'm outside. And then you outside trying to pretend like you didn't get whooped, but everybody know.
That don't
Everybody.
bother me because I'm outside.
I'm outside.
I ain't
now.
give a fuck.
And we done all witnessed somebody outside getting their ass whooped.
We
So
all
at
have.
any point, but
None of us is
that,
above an ass whooping.
You better get in that room and don't come out. Oh.
That hurts.
A prison. And
That
mind you,
hurts.
school got out at like 2:45. So you in the house at prime time, out the door. And then on top of that, being in the room, sometimes you could not watch TV.
TV.
Power Rangers, Big Bag Beetleborgs, Looney Tunes, all the great stuff is on and you cannot partake.
That hurts. That
Ah.
definitely hurts worse than an ass whooping. I
That
promise you.
is some shit you remember for the rest of your life.
It is.
And you go to school the next day and you behave.
You be good
Oh, you behave.
for about a good week.
A good 2 days for me.
Yeah, I'll try to give myself a little more grace.
Yeah, nah.
2 days.
2 days.
A day and a
After that,
half.
The bitch try me. One thing about me, this is how I knew that shit wasn't for me. Because it was always, this shit is boring and beneath me. I done did all my work and there is nothing else to do. You mean you want me to sit here?
Fuck that. I did all my work, but I ain't even did that. I can't focus long enough to do that
Oh,
shit.
see, I like the challenge. I like the reading in the papers. I always had good grades. Like, my mama used to never understand why I used to get in trouble because my grades used to be good. Oh, thought it was a lizard or something crawling at me.
All right now. Yeah, like middle school,
My grades were good, but
middle
I was
school, high school, the grades hit always.
the bitch that when it came to that N in S's, she was an N girl.
I was definitely
Ooh, it was definitely N.
needs improvement down.
Needs improvement down. I would get an S in places where it says works well with others because I always would take over because I always thought these people were stupid and everybody was boring. So I always wanted to be like, let me do it. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna all that other stuff when it was fun stuff. Oh, and great. But when it came to just actual sitting there and having to behave, find somebody else to do it because I wasn't gonna do it. Find somebody else to do it.
In.
Find somebody else to fucking do it because I wasn't gonna do it. And my grades would be great, but when it got to that progress stuff, baby, listen here.
Listen. No, I felt that.
And that was the only thing. Like, I remember it used to be like 2 papers and you could take it out and like hide one, but having brothers and sisters who had it, fuck.
I was fortunate enough to be an only child at that point
At
in
that
school.
point, yeah, in school, yeah, because your brothers are young except for your
They're all
sister.
small.
They're little, yeah. So they was like in daycare, girl. Nobody cared about that.
Right.
If
But
you had
I learned that one time my mom asked me, because the teacher, she called home and told that we got report cards that semester. She called home. Just called ahead. Just want to make sure you know that I sent out report cards. She was that kind of teacher.
Oh, I don't like that.
Bitch.
She had it out for you. She knew they did that for the students that they didn't like.
Got there. My mom said, you got your progress report? I hid it because I had like a couple C's and like an F on there. I said, no, I didn't get it. She said, oh, okay, cool. Whole weekend. Fine. Good. Weekend. No. It was probably like a Tuesday. Yeah. Whole rest of the week, I'm outside and stuff. I'm good. I'm okay. And get to Friday. She say, so you didn't get your report card? I said, no, ma'am. She was like, okay, cool. You can bring me your report card, and when you're done, bring your ass here and put your hands on this bed. And I was like, huh? Bring me your report card, and when you're done, put your hands on this bed. Never lied about another report card again. Because I just was like, yeah, girl, I'm caught. I got an ass whooping and was on punishment for the whole weekend.
Yikes.
Over a lie.
Me, I brought that thing home, girl.
Over a lie.
That's just one battle I never wanted to go down the road with my mama, child. And mine were never really bad. In high school, they were kind of, it teetered. But in the grade school, that thing was good. I did all my work.
That was like middle school.
Middle school, elementary school, them grades, I brought them in the house. I was proud of those. Everybody else's grades used to be like, bad. They would say, but you're in elementary school. Well, girl, what you want me to do? Do high school work? I'm not in high school. I'm in the grade that I'm in. I'm good.
And they're good, and I'm riding this wave.
I'm riding this wave. I'm riding this
this.
$25 rave that I'm finna get. So, and you got C's and D's. Okay, ma'am.
Mind your business.
Because I made it to middle school and came home with great grades, A's and B's. I remember one time I got a C, and they did not want to let me live that down. 1 C. It was in math, girl. That wasn't my space.
Yeah, I think when I got good into high school, my sophomore year, from sophomore to like senior year, I was consistent with good grades. Not straight A's or nothing like that, but very consistent. Very rarely got C's and stuff
Passing.
like that. A's and B's down.
I
One,
kept a C in high school. I'm
one
not gonna
time
lie to
I got
you.
all A's and one B, and I was on punishment. Stupid shit like that. Just very traumatic. But that also, I also had a jackass of a stepfather, and he just found any little thing
A B.
to, you know.
And you know, so many people like, oh, I pushed my children in school. I pushed them so hard. Do you know that creates so much trauma in children? That is early stages of childhood trauma. And you say, well, I'm trying to push them to be the best. Sometimes C's is the best that some people can offer because everybody is not that. And it's like they're not applying themselves. Yes, they are. And it wasn't until I stepped into the realm of education and seeing that on the opposite side, and then reverting back to myself was like, girl, a C in math was the best I could do. That was the best I could do. I don't care. If you are a full-time teacher and you think that otherwise, I get it. But I've seen it. And pushing yourself and pushing, you don't know how traumatically you are tearing people up. Because you think that you're making them think that they are these grades and they are not. They are way more. I hate the fact that they have to take standardized tests. We performed for a elementary school a couple weeks ago. And the performance was to amp them up before their testing. And these are babies in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to be tested on when they should be just enjoying themselves and learning. And they have to take standardized tests to determine. Imagine being 7 or 6 and this test has to. And people say, oh, well, if they're not improving, they need to be left back. They should be improving. And everybody's not going to, everybody's not going to improve. Everybody's not going to improve on the same level because they're all in the same class. And just because they're not scoring the same as this person does not negate that there won't, because there are times where you didn't do so great in this grade, but by the time you got to this grade, you excelled. People excelled in different grades. Some people didn't excel in elementary school, but excelled in middle and high school.
Correct. And all of that is subjective anyway.
To behavior and house and
the same way
growing.
they created gifted kids in what is it? International. How do you say IB kids?
IB kids.
International
Baccalaureate.
Baccalaureate. That word. It's a very hard word. I was an IB kid.
Yeah.
I was in the middle years program as well in middle school. All of that would just boil down to separation. All that boiled down to telling people they're gifted and telling students that they're more
pristine,
more inclined. To retain information
and more intelligent. But everybody was intelligent.
Everybody was intelligent as long as they were given the tools.
Given the tools. You know how many people that have graduated with degrees in college and they don't do nothing with that degree as a paperweight because they went on to do the things that they were profound and then they loved, they had a passion for. And when there's a passion for something, it builds, grows, and it makes you do things great because there's an enjoyment in it. When there's no enjoyment in it, regardless if you have to do it or not, you don't want to do it. Most people complete college because it's something you have to do just to get the degree. But they're not completing with a retention of, I'm retaining everything I learned in college so that I can be great. I'm completing this simply so that I can get out of here with a degree so I can have a great job, even though I'm already $80,000 in debt. I'm not in an entry-level position already, so I have to start that. So it's like most people struggle to complete college, but they're only finishing to say, for the finish line. And, some people do go off and go in their field and their careers, but they find that it's all dead end. But now mostly people are going to college. There are so many people that went to college and are not using their degree. They're not doing anything. It was just the experience that they wanted. They enjoyed going. I can tell you that. But most people, all of that shit, it doesn't matter. That's why when I push for my students to go to college, it is not so you can be scholastic. If you end up being scholastical, hey, great. But I want you to go experience people. I want you to get away from your normal self, and I want you to go find yourself. I want you to go explore. Go meet your possible husband, wife, and or best friend for the rest of your life, and your children's godparents and all that stuff. That's what I want you to go and do. I don't care anything about that. Oh, get in there, graduate in 4 years, because it might not happen like that. And you're going to blink, and it's like, oh, I got my degree. Yes, thank you. And all this debt, and I'm back home.
Correct.
No shade. And if that was you as a person, this is not to discredit who you are. You are great. And remember, if you disagree, you don't like it, you're allowed to disagree. But if you're upset, that is your cognitive dissonancy, and I'm tapping something inside of you that you need to sit down and talk with. Okay? Remember that. And that goes for this entire video. If we said anything that makes you angry or upset, you got to go see why. And if you say, I'm just mad, There's a reason. There is no I'm just mad.
Fuck all that. Don't watch us.
That too.
No, I'm just playing. I just see that's that other side of me that just want to be like that. But I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's everything he said. No, I wasn't joking for real on that part. But yes, it's all open dialogue. It's open conversation. That's why stuff like this is also nice to go live too, because I'll be wanting to bring people in to talk about it.
Yeah, that would be fine.
That would be cool.
That would be fine. Once we get like, that space, we'll have it. And even if it's just two people, we'll have a good time.
But
with
that's the thing too, because that's how it starts. It like me, I won't feel offended at all if it's one person on the live
Right.
and they want to go live with me.
And they're like, okay, well, can I get in and talk about this? Absolutely, get on in here. Let's get this trauma off you, boo.
Come on in here.
Let's start this healing journey. Let's get you there.
Hey, shit,
let's see what it
or
looks
heal
like.
me, shit. 'cause
Right,
it's always a two-way street.
It's always a two-way street. It ain't just, hello, the student will always surpass the teacher at some point. That is the purpose of healing. Healing is it's a forever journey.
Yeah.
You're not healed, you're healing. That's it. There's
Yeah.
no
Ongoing.
such thing as, oh girl, I'm healed already for that. I'm the baddest bitch. No, you're not. You're a bad bitch, but you're still healing.
Okay, you're a bad bitch in healing.
And for that, we love you for. We love you for that. We love you for that. We love that for you.
Precisely. Because
love
we
that
love
for
it for
you.
ourselves.
Absolutely, and that's why we're here.
Wink. I love the
Ambience of
this
like
atmosphere. It's getting
it's real kind.
it's kind of spooky.
It's
I don't mind it. It get me spooky.
I just like that it's well lit. It's well lit. People are still perusing the decoration over here. Although this area does look a little concentration campus.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It just looks a little concentration.
With the little
camp.
tents.
With the tents lined up like that. I mean, I guess they put the lights on it to give it like it's bad, but here's the bright side, literally.
Yikes.
Ooh, yikes. That's probably. Ooh.
Oh, she just pumped by in that boot.
You seen her?
The boot was just pointing at the front.
There was a young lady down here with some red bottoms on, struggling. Like the man really had, and it was a so-cate pump. When I tell you this,
when that heel do like when that arching that foot is like that,
it was literally like.
and the
this.
toes be like this in that
And the
shoe.
toe like the cartoon character foot. Oh my God! And when I tell you, it was a sight to see, and I was like, she just had to wear them. He bought those for her, and she was so ready to put them on. And I was like, people really do not, unless you are a high heel. And when I say a high heel, I mean you are a pump wearer, not a platform girl. Just because platform is a cheat mode. I love it. It can still be brutal. But if you are a pump, when I tell you a skinny toe, no support at the bottom, pinky toe, and big toe, all the toes in like this on an all day, a red bottom heel that is not platform is not for you. No heel that is not platform is not for you. And that takes time. You got to work that in. A Christian Louboutin pump is not your everyday shoe unless you're just a heel girl. And when I say a heel girl, not that you own a lot of heels, that you're consistently, day to day,
In a pump.
out of the 7 days of the week, 5 to 6 of those days, you are pumped. You are healed.
Down to somebody's desk.
And not only that,
On
but
your way to work.
you're moving in them. You're a mover and a shaker in them, honey. You're up and down the stairs. You're up and down the hallway. You're opening doors. How you doing? That is a red bottom girl. But if you're not, and you get a pair of red bottoms, park and bark. Park, bark, and cross.
I was just about to say that. Park and bark.
Park and bark and cross. Park it and cross it and sit up pretty. That's
Park,
what that's for.
Park, bark that puss. Sit still.
You're not a Beyonce girl. Beyonce, I feel like her feet was made for red bottoms. And you don't never see her on nobody's stage in no red bottom pump doing nothing.
Because mama put on a not
Now,
so flattering
she'll call
platform
Kristen and
boot.
say, excuse me, but I need this in a thick heel boot.
A ankle boot.
And
Sorry,
make-
not a platform
Yeah,
boot.
and make
ankle boot.
and make that majorette boot that I sent over. I need that. I need it red bottom, but please don't play with me in that heel.
The dogs finna get the fighting going. They get scrapping.
They're scrapping over there. It's so crazy. Sometimes they don't even be like fighting. They just be like playing.
Hyper excited.
I don't like that.
They make me nervous. It's me getting booked last minute.
What's this for?
D-Land. You know what whatchamacallit said he...
Can't go back. Because they didn't like it. I ain't never been asked to not. I ain't never been. I ain't never been asked to not come back. They never came out there and said, "Excuse me, you're a great person, but what you bring is just, how do we say this? It's not what we're looking for, but we thank you for your time." But then he sold it as, "Oh yeah, it was just a bad place.
It
I
was
don't
just
like
wasn't-
It wasn't working for me." No, it wasn't working for them, honey. Because they didn't want old Medea woman in there no more.
Well, I'll be there.
Funny how that happens. I'll be there. When is it?
Tuesday?
Tuesday. Oh, that's the booking you said you had got.
Yeah.
That was fun that night we went.
1920s theme.
Oh,
Excited for that.
ragtime.
Excited for that.
Sparkle.
Yeah.
You gotta get some sequin and some feathers.
I'll be going as a dapper boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I won't be a lady.
Oh man.
The next
I was
one.
ready to have fun.
Because I sure have a dress with fringe on it, swing,
Ah, yes.
a finger wave wig, feather,
Ooh, a feather
gloves,
with the majorette band.
past the elbow.
We got some old uniforms in there. I could have slid one to you.
Yeah, but I'll be going as a dapper boy.
Okay.
I was asked to come as a dapper boy, and I don't mind that.
Okay.
I don't mind that because it's a panel full of queens.
Oh.
So I don't mind that because I actually have.
So will you perform as the Dapper Boy as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have a way I can do that because I plan on putting like tulle on my shirt
But no, they come like that.
to
give it more,
making it more
to give it
flamboyant,
yeah.
but giving it still
Yeah,
dapper.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That fringe collared shirt that's like open right here, then like right there, real. That's not 1920s. That's more.
That's going more 70s. Because I'm
It's
thinking
actually going more,
ruffles.
It's actually going more Victorian.
Yeah, esque.
Yeah.
Because
Victorian.
Yeah, because that's like 1820.
1800s.
That's 1820, bitch. That's 100 years
Yeah, I was
before.
thinking he was like 70. But that's where the 70s get it from.
Because 70s for me, because I'm thinking of when you said the shirt, I was thinking about a ruffled collar.
The ruffle collar,
That's
and
what I
then the
was
thing
like.
on the and the what was that? What's that man's name? I forgot his name. The rock and roll type is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. It's more so that.
Yeah. So we'll see what I can pull out of my ass crack.
Legitimately, where you gonna get it from?
Huh?
So that's legitimately where you gonna get it from.
Because you already know.
But it'll be cut, as always.
I'll make it happen.
Fresh, new, consistent with the times, not dated. I'm just saying, that's just. Woo!
Shit, imagine. On the panel.
On the flyer. Fuck that.
On the panel.
Consistently booked. Not asking to be booked.
Imagine that.
Now, how long has it been? A month? A couple months? Not a month, but what? You started this, what, February?
January 25th will be a year to the first day I stepped on
To the
stage
stage.
as Divine Creative.
Wow. Not even clearing a full 365 days. Consistently booked throughout the year. Always asked, not asking. Being invited all the time. And
Correct.
Never having to make a Facebook post about why other people are getting invited because it should be them and not them. Wow, that must be such an honor to not have to be jealous and envious of other people and their talent and think that they shouldn't be there and that them and their other watered down talent should not be first. But that's what happens when you are a true artist. You are pure in intention, and it's for the good of all and with harm to none. I think people should try that.
I think it works. It actually keeps your skin clear too.
Absolutely, and it keeps your weight down and the depression, and it keeps you away from sitting at that bar as if that's the only place you have to go. That's ways to work on that. How can I fix my depression? Becoming a better person. A lot of times, y'all don't be depressed. Y'all
Wanting
just be
more for
terrible
yourself than for other people, but wanting more for yourself in the sense of understanding that we all can exist.
people. Absolutely. Y'all don't be.
Coexist.
Y'all don't be depressed. Y'all be terrible people. And you wonder why it's not working out.
And you wear it in your gut.
Which transcends to your thighs and your back and your stomach and your arms, and you wonder why you can't lose weight because you won't let go of the past. That's what that weight is. It's not the simple fact that it's fat. It's not hereditary.
Correct.
Your parents are passing down the bad genes to you. So when you do see fat people with fat kids, it's not because they daddy fat and they mama fat. It's because they're passing down the terrible eating habits to their children. Fat is not hereditary. You're not fat because your daddy was fat. You are, but you just inherited the way he ate. That's not a DNA. Stop letting people lie to you and saying being fat is in the DNA. That's a lie. I don't care what doctor you went to. I don't care how long you went to school. I don't care what PhD you hold. That's a lie. A lot of that trauma in your body, if you release it, when you release it, that weight's going to leave you. And it's going to scare you too. Because you're going to be like, damn, how did I lose weight so quick? You released all that fuck shit you've been holding on in your head, in your mind, in your body. Stress and depression, that all takes a toll on your immune system. Why am I so sick? Why I keep getting sick all the time? Well, what you thinking about? What's harming your life? What's going on? What's not allowing you to feel good? I just have a weak immune system. No, sweetie, you have a rough life that you're going through, and you got a lot of shit you're holding on that you need to let go. But listen to your doctor, child. Listen to your doctor. This is a bad idea. Woo! We're at 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 22 seconds.
I think we should end it here because
is because with the other 45 minutes, we definitely got to chop this up and glue it.
Yeah.
Because there's some stuff that we may need to leave out. A part of me doesn't want to, but
a couple things we have to leave out because we cannot be stirring it up.
But they don't follow us. By the time they see it, it'll be too late.
Okay, because we're definitely in another country. Gone, bitch, on a flight.
But anyway, people, have a good night. Have a good day if you're in another country, because I feel like this is going to be seen around the world. You have a good day, good night, good afternoon,
all those things.
Good evening. And remember, it's not everybody else's fault. You got to do the work.
True facts.
Bye.